So, folks, you'll recall that back in 2009, this country became a communist country wherein the United States obtained all control of the means of production, highlighted by the fact that the United States took over GM and began making only one car. That is, of course, the Obama car. Fortunately, it was a sedan and a wagon.
It's a practical vehicle.
And
the Obatamobile.
The Obatamobile. And ever since then, we have been shackled and constrained, owing all fealty to the government. Well, anyways, that's what the right would have had you believe in 2009. 4 years later, the United States has divested itself of its shareholdings in GM, taking a $10 billion loss, saving $39 billion worth of automatic economic stabilizers to help poor people and unemployed people, a savings of at least $29 billion, saving over 1 million jobs, as by conservative estimates. General Motors said on Monday it's going to spend $1.3 billion to upgrade 5 factories in the Midwest. That's the Midwest of the United States, not of Kenya or the former Soviet Union. Ford announced last week that it was hiring 5,000 new workers. GM said it's going to invest $600 million in Flint, another $493 million at another Michigan factory to produce a new transmission that increases fuel economy and to expand its capacity for high-tech V6 engines. The investments would create or preserve 1,000 manufacturing jobs. And I got news for you. There was no direct investment in Ford, but the investments in GM saved all the subsidiary companies that serve both Ford and GM. Those companies would have gone under. Ford would have been in big trouble. The industry is on pace for its best annual sales since 2007, despite the fact that the cash for clunkers thing was supposedly problematic. I don't know why we don't hear more about this. But this saved a tremendous amount of jobs. And God knows what the ancillary impact of 1 million people losing their jobs in Michigan, in Ohio, in Indiana would have meant. Never mind the actual suffering by these people. Never mind the billions of dollars in federal and state aid that they would have needed. Never mind the loss of economic growth in those states based upon the purchasing power of those people who maintain their jobs. At one point, someone's going to do a full reckoning of this. And then it'll just be on page A16 of some paper, and nobody will talk about it. And it would just be thrown down the memory hole. But this is a perfect example of how government intervention saved a huge industry. And if you want to know why John Kasich is talking about helping the poor and sort of rhetorically softening himself, this is why. If you want to know why there's going to be problems for the next Republican nominee, even assuming that they can pass themselves off as non-nutjobness, this is going to be problematic for them.